Good morning, students. இது உங்கள் Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services. ஸோ தினசரி கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ் நம்ம பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கிறோம். இந்த தினசரி கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸில் இன்று ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லான தகவல்களை நம்ம வழங்க வேண்டும். அவ்வளோ விஷயங்கள் இன்னைக்கு நடந்திருக்கு. ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ அது என்னென்ன தகவல்கள் அப்படின்றத நம்ம இப்போ பார்க்கலாம். இப்போ நான் ஸ்க்ரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணுறேன் உங்களுக்கு. ஓகே. ஸோ இப்போ பாருங்க, உங்களுக்கு ஸ்க்ரீன் ஷேர் ஆகிருக்கும். ஏதாச்சும் ட்ரபிள் இருந்தால் மட்டும் எனக்கு நீங்கள் சொன்னால் போதும். சார்ட்டில் கொடுங்க, இல்லைன்னா நம்ம கண்டினியூ பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோம். ஓகே. ஸோ இன்னைக்கு நம்ம COP 17 கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் ஆஃப் 17 சாரி students, we are going to discuss about the conference of 17 COP. First, it is related to land degradation, the drought resilience, environment related question. Paper 3, UNCCD, institutional framework on strategic architecture. What is it? Rio de Janeiro summit, okay, held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It is called Earth Summit. It is called Earth Summit. In that Earth Summit, three organizations, three institutions were created. Out of three, the only one is legally binding on the signatories. We will locate first the Rio de Janeiro. So this is South America. In South America, we have Brazil. So in Brazil, we have Rio de Janeiro city. The Earth Summit held there. Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit. In that, UNFCCC, United Nations Convention on United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, one organization, and then other organizations, that is CBD, Convention on Biological Diversity. Then UNCCD, that is to combat desertification. We created these three. They are called three Rio Conventions. Three Rio Conventions got birth from Earth Summit. In that, only one legally binding convention and also focuses on land and soil is CCD. It is the sole legally binding international agreement related to what? Related to environment and development, to sustainable land management. So nowadays, the land is used, but not a sustainable way. For example, first green revolution in India. First green revolution in India made the land saline, alkaline. Now the Punjab, Haryana, Western UP region, many lands became saline land, alkaline land, not suitable for cultivation. So this is not a sustainable land use management. So we have to take care of it. For that reason only, this convention, United Nations Convention to combat desertification, we have to avoid the land becoming desert. That's all. Next, it is sole legally binding international agreement linking the environment and land management. No other agreement is there linking environment and land management. It targets arid, that is a desert, semi-arid, and a dry subhumid. Humid means moisture content will be there. Far humid, more moisture content. Subhumid, somewhat less moisture content. Dry lands. So we have to protect these lands. Okay. Next, 2018 to 30 strategic framework has been given. In that, land degradation neutrality should be under sustainable development goal target. What is a sustainable development goal? There are 17 goals in sustainable development goals given by United Nations organization only. The organization under UN organization. They have set the sustainable development goals. They are simply called SDG. Since there are 17 goals, we call SDG 17. In that, we have n number of targets. One of the target is to stop the land degradation, degradation. For that only, these benchmarks have been given. So these targets have been given. This the organization which is managing this is a Department of Economic and Social Affairs under United Nations. Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Totally 17 goals. That's all. This is important. Next, COP 17, Conference of Power Parties. The parties to the Convention on Combating Terrorism. So, United Nations Convention is there legally binding. It held the 17th Conference of Parties at Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar, 2026. Very important question. Mongolia is the host. So, capital city of Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. The theme, restoring land, restoring hope. Next, 197 parties to the convention under this. Dry land fragility. Fragile ecosystem is in dry land. That a dry land fragility should be taken care of. For example, Punjab, Haryana, UP, farmland, they are fragile only. If you disturb a little bit, then you will lose. So in that case, we have to take care of that land. But in first Green Revolution, they became deserts. Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP lands became deserts. Saline, alkaline soil due to waterlogged condition. We gave electricity at a free of cost. So they pumped groundwater on land. Land degraded. How? Water evaporated, salt accumulated. Generally, in well water, we have more salt than in fresh water. So this resulted in desertification, alkalinization, salinization. Next, International Year of Rangeland and Pastoralist. United Nations declares international years. This year, rangeland. Rangeland means pastoralism is conducted on one land. That is called rangeland. The people who are doing pastoralism are called pastoralists. Next, United Nations General Assembly. Okay, declared this, but championed by Mongolia. Why? Mongolia is a desert, herders will be there. Pastoralism is the major activity. Herders are there. That's all. So these points are important points. Next, rangeland. Worldwide, if you take the total land, then more than 50% is a rangeland. It is suitable for conducting pastoralism. How many people? Pastoralist people are there? Millions. 500 million pastoralists in India also. In Himalayan states, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, and in other parts of India, Gujarat, Rajasthan. In these areas, the uh, in these areas, pastoralists are there. So totally worldwide, 500 million pastoralists. They supply one-sixth of the world food. If they are affected, then the food security will be affected. Then, if now that land is facing acute degradation, so it is cause of concern. That's all. You can use this data for any purpose, writing essay on environment, essay on then big question on environment issues, then desertification, geography optional topic also, GS also. Essay may be asked. Last year they asked the question. Yesterday's deserts are today's civilization area. Today's civilization area. Also, yesterday's civilization area is a desert now. Indus desert, Nile Valley desert, Mongolia desert. We have to avoid that desertification. Next, what is India's position? India emphasized a diversified, predictable, sustainable international climate finance. Why do we need a climate finance? Not only we, but also the countries, underdeveloped countries, they need money to make sustainable development possible. For example, coal-based thermal power plants will emit the carbon. So we want to switch over from thermal power plants to solar energy, wind energy. For that we need, for that we need the uh, finance technology. So in climate finance, they have to give finance. Technology, they have to supply. So we are asking this in UNFCCC, FCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Next, Green Finance Framework, Sovereign Green Bonds, Tampa, Agroforestry. These are all the initiatives are taken by India. At the same time, blended green finance framework means not only one, several blended together. In that, a sovereign green fund, Tampa, also the agroforestry. What is agroforestry? Growing the trees on land, agriculture land. So that is done by farm owners. So people's movement, agroforestry. These things are combating desertification in India. Next, next, what is Campa? That is a separate question. It is not given here, but I can tell you about it. Campa is nothing but a comprehensive afforestation fund for management and planning activities. So afforestation should be that is afforestation should be implemented. For that we need support. That is why we created Campa. It gives you manager. It gives you funds. Next, to treat land restoration as an investment in long-term resilience. So we have to restore the land now. It is the need of urgent need. Second point, if we don't invest, then environment will be degraded in a short period of time. So to achieve long-term resilience means you should not be affected by any change, any environment. So that's all. These points are important points. Next, Mongolia's national initiative. Like India, Mongolia is also taking step billion trees national campaign by 2030. They have to plant billion trees. Next, very important point is uh, why they are concentrating on planting trees. It is a desert country. Mongolia is a desert country, so they need to concentrate on it. I will show that. One second. One second. It is striking. Ah, yes. Now we have got it. This is a map of Asia. In this map, you can find Mongolia, the country. It is between Russia and China. It is located between these two countries. Next important point is here only, or I can take a physical map. That is enough. Here only, the plateau of Mongolia is located. You can see the color. Then Gobi Desert at the border between China and Mongolia. Next, since it is a desert and a dry plateau region, also it is in continental interior. From any side, the moist laden wind cannot approach this. So here, from this side, the wind is coming, polar easterly wind, then subtropical westerly winds, sorry, from here. They cannot reach this interior due to the distance from the coast. Also, here, mountains, n number of mountains surrounding this. This will come under mid-continental desert belt, Altai Mountain, Cheyenne Mountain, Yablonov, Great Kingen Mountain, like mountains. So the moist laden wind cannot enter from any side. Okay. So when we see this, we can come to the conclusion that this side, the wind is coming from this side. That wind gives a rainfall to this area, not this area. Mountain barrier, when a wind comes, it will form the cloud and it rains. Again, dry wind will be descending. This is called windward side. This is called a leeward side. This is called orographic rainfall. Oro means mountain. Orographic rainfall. Next important point is UPSC question. Why Gobi Desert is located here? Because of Great Kingen Mountain. Why Manchurian Plain of China? Okay, this is Manchurian Plain of China. Okay, is a fertile one because of this reason. Had the mountain, Great Kingen Mountain, not been located here, then Manchurian Plain would deprived of rainfall, no cultivation. Now wheat cultivation is done there. Important. Good. So we have to take care of it. Next important point is Rio Convention. I told you in Rio de Janeiro Convention in 1992, there were three conventions. Okay, came. They are called a Rio Triumvirate. Earth Summit 1992 held in Rio de Janeiro. Out of the three, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, then CBD, Convention on Biodiversity, then UNCCD. This is the only one of the three which has legally binding focus. Legally binding focus on land and soil. Next, 40%, up to 40% of global land degraded so far. It is a major cause of concern. Next, 3.2 billion people affected. 77% of Mongolia land has been affected by desertification. Next, what is LDN? Land neutrality, land degradation neutrality. Amount and quantity of land resources necessary to support ecosystem. Okay. To function smoothly, how much quantity, how much amount of land resources necessary, and we have to enhance the food security. When we supply the goods, if it is agriculture related goods, food related, then that is good. That should remain stable and increase. So this may be asked, what is this LDN, under which it comes? United Nations Convention on Combating Desertification, UNCCD. Next, India-Russia relationship. Our External Affairs Minister has gone to Russia, met with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin. So India is a good friend of Russia. Russia is also a good friend of India. In the scenario of changing geopolitics, we want to discuss many matters with Russia. That is why he has went India-Russia relations. It is a special and a privileged strategic partnership. Originally, it was not like that. During later period only, we introduced it in 2000 only. Next, what are the five traditional pillars on which India-Russia relations rest? So our India-Russia relations rest on five pillars such as politics, defense cooperation, civil nuclear energy, then counter-terrorism, space exploration. In these areas, we can cooperate with Russia. Next. Okay. Next, IRIGC. What is it? It is apex steering body to steer India-Russia relationship. It is intergovernmental commission. Okay, intergovernmental commission, India-Russia intergovernmental commission. It is the steering body, co-chaired in two streams. It means both Russia and India will be the chairman, co-chair. Also, what are the streams of this? Trade, economic, scientific, technological, cultural cooperation. Next, military technical cooperation. So here, defense ministers will participate. Here, external affairs minister and Russian first deputy prime minister. Okay. So, so this is another question. Next, energy fertilizer cooperation. Russia offers more energy now because of Ukraine war. The European countries are not purchasing. So they want India like countries to purchase it. Okay, good. But America is opposing it. But we are purchasing for various reasons. Russia is a good friendly country to India since the beginning. Second point, India needs energy at a cheap price. Russia is offering energy at a cheap price only to India. That's all. Next, fertilizer supplies. Our agriculture depends on fertilizer only. So we need a regular supply of fertilizer. So that can also be possible. Our bilateral trade has crossed $65 billion. We have to increase that further. Then discounted hydrocarbon shipment from Russia only made this. Earlier, our bilateral trade was less. Now it increased because we have imported more petroleum products, crude oil, these things, natural gas, than earlier. But it was opposed by Trump. Those who are purchasing Russian goods will be punished by heavy tax like that. Next, secondary sanctions on major Russian oil entities. Rosneft, Russia, like that, oil companies of the world countries will be given in the match the following question. Next important point is the company name Rosneft or Lukoil and Fairform will be given. Okay, Russian oil company, Apex oil company, like ONGC. Next one. Second, one second. Yes. So here you can find Russia. Okay, it is a transcontinental country. This side also Russia. Okay. In this transcontinental country, they are getting oil and gas from many places, even from the Arctic seabed, Pichora Basin, and other places they are getting from Caspian Sea region. They are getting oil. So anyway, that is why it is important if we have good relationship with Russia, then we will get the energy supply, regular energy supply. Next, since in West Asia we had a problem, Middle Eastern India, we had a problem. We got oil from Russia because supply was was not good. Then Indian refiners towards Middle Eastern and African import diversification. So we import crude oil from various countries now. Okay. So that is the next point. If we purchase oil from Russia, then sanctions will be levied by America. Already they not levied, sanctions will be imposed by America. Already they have given trouble to India in various ways. Next, civil nuclear cooperation in Kodankulam. We have already constructed two reactors. They are working now. They are working now. So unit 1 and 2 working. Unit 3 and 4 under construction. 5 and 6 will be concluded soon. Already we have decided to establish a 6,000 megawatt capacity VVER reactor, Russian reactor only. VV reactor. That is one of the safe reactor in the world. That is why when people opposed the establishment of the nuclear power plant at the Kodankulam, Indian government said that no, it will not affect the people. It will not even meet with the accident easily. That kind of reactor technology, their own technology. Joint nuclear fuel waste life cycle cooperation between India and Russia. Because in nuclear energy, waste material is the major issue. We have to dump it somewhere under the ground, on the sea floor, so that the disposal will also be guided by, helped by Russia in the joint venture. Next, defense make in India. With Russia, India has good defense relationship. BrahMos, Brahmaputra in India, Moscow in Russia. Brahmaputra will be moving violently during monsoon time. Now it is moving. Flood, very violent movement. Moscow, very silent. Snow melt will become water. That is added so slowly. So it will cruise into the space nicely. That is why the name BrahMos, cruise missile, came. Then licensed Sukhoi tanks, Bhishma P90, AK-203 rifle. Then 400 in Korva. Then S-400 Triumph Air Defense, Russian Air Defense. We are using that. Even in the recent past, we used the Russian missile shield only and we got victory. Okay, this is another important point. Then Indian arms import diversification, because we are getting from Russia 64 to 45%. France indigenous manufacturing expanded. We can get it from there also. Next, strategic corridors, geographical route and scope, strategic economic utility. Number one, international north-south transport corridor. So 7,200 kilometer multimodal freight network. Mumbai with the Bandara bus, Chabahar port. along Baku. Okay, Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan's capital is Baku. Then Astrakhan region. It is in Caspian Sea, Russian part. It is autonomous territory and Moscow, Russia. So from Mumbai to Iran side and Azerbaijan and Moscow side. Here we can locate. So New Delhi to Bandar Abbas Port, Chabahar Port, Iran. New Delhi to Azerbaijan's capital, Baku. Then from there, Moscow. Okay, this is another route we want to develop. Next. So now you can understand. Okay. Next, freight transit time. We can reduce the transport time and also the cost compared to traditional Suez Canal maritime route. Now, from where we are getting oil from West Asia. After getting oil from West Asia, the oil will be taken to this region, Red Sea region. Then it comes to India. Why we are coming this side? Because Suez Canal is there. Suez Canal route. Next. Okay. Next. Chennai, Vladivostok, Eastern Maritime Corridor. So here, direct maritime contact through Sea of Japan, South China Sea, Malacca Strait, and Bay of Bengal, connecting Russia's Far East. So here, from Chennai, we can go. Okay. Then other places. So Chennai to Bay of Bengal, then Strait of Malacca, then South China Sea. So Bay of Bengal, this is Bay of Bengal, South China Sea. Okay, this is Bay of Bengal. Then not this side. We have to come to Strait of Malacca. Strait of Malacca is this between the Malaysian Peninsula, Malay Peninsula, and the Sumatra Island. From there, South China Sea. From there, East China Sea. Sorry, not land. Okay. Then from this region to other regions, we can take. Okay. Sea of Japan. Here we have Sea of Japan. Up to this, we are taking this. Okay, maritime corridor. It covers these regions. So transit time, 40 days time, and the cost will be reduced. So it will facilitate access to Arctic energy, cooking coal, rare earth minerals. So here from Arctic seabed, they are getting even seabed, I'm saying, not on the Russian mainland. Here they are getting oil and gas. They produce surplus. After meeting out their need, they are giving it to us. India want to get it. Okay. So that's all. Even rare earth mineral. Okay. Also very important. Okay. Then this one, India EAEU Free Trade Agreement. It is a proposed comprehensive agreement between India and Eurasian, Europe and Asia Economic Union, in which Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Armenia, Kyrgyzstan are there. With Europe, we have already the agreement. Then tariff-free market access to these many trillion Eurasian trade bloc. Then resolve non-tariff logistic barriers. For that purpose, we have appointed this. That's all, established this. Next, India-China Boundary Commission. We will take it in class. Okay, students, we will wind up the session now. We will meet in the next class.